Go
Okay,
for it. Shoot.
right. So obviously we're going into the final season of SWAT, which I hear you had a lot to do with getting here, which is great. So I just wondered, obviously you've been here inhabiting the character of Hondo for 7 years now. Did you get any sort of input into how things will end for him?
Uh, so you mentioned this is the final season of SWAT, season
Mhm.
7, and that indeed may be true. But I have said it loud and proud wherever I go or whoever I talk to. That may be indeed what's happening. We may walk off into the sunset,
Okay.
but I'm saying it loud and proud that I'm not necessarily sold on that
Okay.
because I still have love for this show, as do the rest of the cast and writers and the crew. Um, so this Hollywood's about business. It's
Mhm.
about numbers. It's about money. Um, and if that's what they decide to do, then we say thank you. And I'm so proud of what we've accomplished in these 6 seasons. And now I think rightfully so, we get these 13 episodes to say goodbye the proper way. Excited about this season. Did I have, but I'm not sold that it's the end. So, but again, that's just me talking. But I know that lit a fire at work to where we're all approaching it. Like if it's the end, then let's give it all we got. So when we leave it all in the ring, leave it all on the table so we can be proud of it. But let's do such a good job that maybe the numbers will show and the fans out there and the audiences will make some noise and maybe they'll rethink the decision. I'm well aware nothing lasts forever. I'm excited about my future after SWAT. And if that's sooner than later, then so be it. But I still think we got unfinished stories to tell. And I think SWAT will continue, especially with the success we've been having on Netflix. And you've got the Howard Sterns talking about us. Charles Barkley loves this show. I talked to Stephen A. Smith from ESPN. He's talking about the show. So you never know in this game of Hollywood. So lightning could strike. But again, if it's the end, I'm very proud of what we've done. And when you tune into season 7, we're starting with episode 1. We come out the gate, guns blazing, and it's a thrill ride right away, and it's barely going to slow down. I'm telling you, for 13 episodes. And yes, as the executive producer now, I'm well aware, and I was able to give my input. I don't make the final decisions by any means, but I've learned to be trusted. My instincts, that the powers that be know that I care about the show bigger than myself. I want the best for my cast, my crew, and myself, because without them, I can't do this by myself. So the arc of what we're going to tell in these 13 episodes is going to be very compelling. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be fun, and it'll be must see TV.
Okay. Okay, so corrected. So I I think if I'd like to know, obviously you've had a storied career. You've been in a lot of shows that people will recognize you from. So what I'd like to know is what is different about coming into a show when you're the show lead? What unique challenges um, does that bring?
I'm very grateful. This is my 30th year in the game, and I still pinch myself to this day that this is my life and what I've accomplished. I'm a little train that could, and and family and friends. In the early days before Hollywood, including my mother, would have never. And she was the queen of. You can be anything you want to be, but like an actor, nobody would have bet on me. And so for me to, you know, to take the risks and accomplish what I've accomplished, I'm proud. So Young and Restless, I treat my career like school. Young and Restless was high school. Criminal Minds was college, and now SWAT is grad school. And then who knows what's after that. But being on SWAT, to be the lead, to be the face on the poster, to be the leader, comes with a lot of pride and humility, because it's not just about myself, but it comes also with a lot of responsibility. It comes with responsibility in the story, in the show. Hondo has a lot of responsibility to prove himself every day, um, and protect his team, protect his family. One of the slogans of SWAT is "We protect those who can't protect themselves." Um, you know, Hondo's the one making the decisions. But then in real life, for me to be the lead of the show. I constantly have to prove myself every day that I was a worthy choice, that I can pull it off. And I've pulled off 30 years, and I've pulled off 6 seasons, and now this seventh and possibly final season. Uh, I'm very proud of myself because it wasn't easy, scary at times, difficult at times, but a lot of fun to win. And I set out to hush the naysayers, to quiet the skeptics, and you do that by not by barking at them, but just putting the product on the screen. And I truly believe we've done that.
Okay. 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 That's the last question. So, I'll make it quick. You've mentioned 30 years in the game, and I was wondering how, from your point of view, have you seen opportunities for minorities evolve in Hollywood on both sides of the camera? So not just obviously on screen, but also crew.
I put out a video. SWAT had been canceled briefly some months back on a Friday at 6 p.m. And then I put out a video, and I just spoke passionately, and I felt honestly, you know, about it not being the right choice and not being done the right way for SWAT. And in that video, I talked about at the time and for some years, not that it had never been done before, about lack of diversity, and that I at the time was the only African American male lead on network television, not streaming, network. Now there were some females, Queen Latifah, Angela Bassett, just to mention a couple. And if you notice today, there's an emergence of more minority actors and actresses getting lead roles, and then also behind the scenes. I know our crew. It's not even by any means, but it is gradually diversifying. Do I think it's better? Better is an interesting word. I think there's progress. But it's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. So, but I think I take a lot of pride and hope that being in my position will continue to help inspire people of color and inspire the industry to consider people of color. Because I've proven that it can be successful. Nothing lasts forever, but I've proven that it can be successful. So if I help open doors or inspire people, that's bigger than any acting popularity. That's bigger than myself, and so I take a lot of pride in it.
Okay, I think that's all the time I have. I'd like to thank you for your time, and I hope that your star continues to rise, and I hope that you get as many seasons as you want.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you.